Every day, babies are born, wedding vows are exchanged, and holidays are celebrated. All these occasions can be celebrated by using beautiful bows you can make yourself. In this video, we are going to show you how quick, easy, and cost-effective it is by making your own beautiful bows by using the Master Bow Maker system, and also how your business can profit from the using and selling of beautiful bows. Your Qualitex Master Bow machine will arrive in one box. The machine is in two pieces. Along with this videotape, you will receive a ribbon swatch book. Included will be a marketing support material booklet, a product listing, an instruction booklet, and a laminated recipe sheet, and on the reverse side is how to fluff your bow. Also included will be a toolkit and one roll of 500-yard curling ribbon. The assembly of your Master Bow machine is very simple and easy. It actually comes in two pieces, the base machine and the ribbon tree. What I'm going to go through is the contents that come with the machine. A roll of curling ribbon to tie off your bow, 4 Velcro pads to put underneath the legs of the machine just in case you choose not to bolt it down. You get a clothespin which holds your ribbon in place as you're tying it off, 2 Allen wrenches, one large, one small, a brush, and a set of blades. Now, as far as the assembly, all you need to do is release your ribbon collar, bring it down, push the machine back, get it out of the way, take out your safety guard, put that to the side. Now, the assembly of the ribbon tree to the base machine by using one screw. Get it started. And then you take your large Allen wrench and just make it so it's tight. Now you're ready to go. 2 things wear on the machine, okay? That is the blades and the cutting block. I'm going to go through a blade change, and the blades usually last anywhere from 500 to 600 bow cuts. In a blade change, it's as easy as pulling the self-locking pin out, bring the blades up. You're going to take the small Allen wrench and loosen each side with the set screws. After you have done that, you're just going to take your blades out, put them to the side, discard them. Take your free set, put them in place as the old ones were, and you're going to tighten on each side. Now you want to make sure that the sharp side is up, and the way you're going to know that is it's the side that's coated. Now after you have them tight, you just want to pull the coating off of the blades. That was there to show you which side was sharp and also to protect you while you're putting them in. And your blades are changed, and you're just going to bring it down, align it with the hole, and you're ready to go. Now that's a simple blade change. After about a year's time, the cutting block starts to wear. So we're going to go through a replacement of the cutting block. The same as the cutting blades is you pull the self-locking pin, get the blades up and out of your way. Now you're going to take your large Allen wrench, and there's 2 set screws in here that you're going to loosen. And you're going to take the old cutting block off, the one that's worn with the rubber base, discard it. You're going to grab your new base, align it with the holes with the rubber block underneath, align it with the holes and put your set screws in. And you're going to tighten with that same Allen wrench. Again, it does not have to be too tight, but just tight enough to stay in place. Okay, once that is done, you're going to swing your blades back down into the proper position and put in your self-locking pin, and you're ready to go. So that is the only two replacement parts that you should have to do with the Master Bow Machine. Pioneer Master Bow Company sells two widths of ribbon, number 9, which is the narrow, and number 40, which is the wide. What we're going to do at this point is go through and show you how to make bows easily with both number 9 and number 40 ribbons. Of course, we sell them in various types of ribbons and various prints, but at this point we're just going to stick with solid colors. We're going to start with number 9. We're going to take the first roll and put it on prong 1, 2, and 3 as I will refer to them. We're going to take the second roll of number 9 with ribbon and put it on the number 2 prong. We're going to take the bitter end of the first roll, and again, the ribbon is always coming off the top through the number 9 slot and the ribbon guide in the middle. Take the second roll, bring the number 9 width through the same slot. Now, once we have them together, we're just going to set that there for now. We're going to decide on what width of bow we are going to make. We're going to make an 8-inch bow. We're going to slide our ribbon sliding assembly to 8 on both sides. The 8-inch is always showing on the inside of these ribbon sliding sleeves. The machine is preset for a 40 width on the ribbon collars. You want to move that out to number 9 before we get started, and it's located on both prongs where the number 9 slot is. We are going to set our counter that we have here on the left-hand side to 0. Now we're going to go to refer to our recipe sheet, which tells us how to make bows from 6 to 16 inches in diameter. We decided to make an 8-inch bow with number 9 ribbon. We set our measurement at both 8 for the width, and we're using 2 rolls, so our recipe sheet tells us 7 turns. So we're going to bring our ribbon over, come across to the 6 on the right-hand side, stop, put it into the slot, come back and check to make sure we're at 6 because we have to make that first pass the blades. Drop it, and we're going to do 7 turns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we're going to stop with the numbers in the up position and the crank handle in the down position. And your counter should say 7 turns. I'm right-handed, so with my left hand, I'm going to grab the ribbon. With my right hand, bring the cutting assembly forward till it stops. I'm going to come down with my cutting arm, with force, cut through the ribbon. With my right hand, push back the cutting assembly. Now I'm going to get my clip the ribbon here to hold it in place until I cut and attach my curling ribbon attachment, and leave enough ribbon so your customer can attach it to whatever. You don't know what they're attaching it to, so you want to give them enough length. You're going to tie a square knot. Does not have to be very tight, just as long as it's a square knot. Put that to the side, take your clip off, put it on the curling ribbon holder. Now, since you're using 2 rolls, and again, I like to stress, try to use 2 rolls or more of ribbon at one time, because you're cutting your number of turns down in half, and secondly, and most important, that you have 2 ends for your tails. They're attached. So now we're going to form the tails of the bow. We're going to come to the left side of the bow, pick it up, and go 1/2 and 1 length, bend and pinch of that 8-inch bow, and cut it. You're going to get your nice V's. To take your bow off the arms, you're going to take your index finger, put it inside the bow on both sides, push up with your fingers from the bottom, push down with your thumb from the top, and slide off. And there you have your bow. Before you make your next bow, you want to make sure that all the debris from the last bow you made is clear from the cutting block. That's why we gave you the brush, and it's just to clean off that cutting block to make sure it's clear for the next cut. We will now make a bow with the number 40 width ribbon, exactly the way we did with number 9. Putting the first roll on the first prong, putting the second roll on the second prong. Again, having the ribbon coming off the top. We will now take the ribbon On the first prong, put it through the number 40 slot on the ribbon collar. Take the second row, bring the number 40 ribbon through the same slot, and bring the bitter ends together and let that set there. Now we're going to set the machine for making the type of bow that we want. We made a number 9 ribbon with 8-inch bow before, so we're going to bring the ribbon collars back to number 40. That's the first thing we do. So we're going to bring those back to number 40, and they're marked clearly on both sides of the prongs. Now, we made an 8-inch bow with the number 9 ribbon, so now we're going to decide to do a 12-inch bow, a little larger bow, with the number 40 ribbon. So we're going to lock our ribbon collars into 12. Again, remembering that the size diameter you're making, the number is always on the inside. We're going to set our counter to 0. And we're going to come over to our recipe sheet, which is going to tell us how many turns. So we're making a 12-inch bow using number 40 ribbon. Our measuring arms are set at 12 and 12 respectively. We're using 2 rolls of ribbon, so we're going to go 7 turns. So we're going to bring our ribbon across to the 6 on the right-hand side, sliding it into the slot, just like we did with the number 9, and dropping it. We're going to go 7 turns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Again, the spinning arm handle being in a down position, the numbers facing up at you. I'm right-handed, so I'm going to take my left hand, grab the ribbon. With my right hand, bring the cutting edge forward. Come down with the cutting arm and cut. Now with my left hand, push off the blades. With my right hand, push it out of the way so I can work. Take my ribbon clip and clip the ribbon and hold it while I'm cutting the curling ribbon, which will tie off the bow. I'm going to go through the notch. Again, just like we did with the number 9. Tie a square knot. It does not have to be very tight, just a square knot. Take our curling ribbon, put it to the side, take our clip off. Now, when we're using 2 rolls or more, again, I emphasize using 2 rolls or more because when you're using 2 rolls, it cuts the time and the number of spins down in half. And the most important thing is you have 2 bitter ends, you have tails attached. So our standard of tails for every bow is grabbing it here on the left-hand side, coming across the width of your bow a half and 1 length, bend the ribbon in the downward position, and cut on an angle with your scissors. This gives you a nice V-shaped cut or tail. Now that you have your tails done, to take your bow off, you're going to take your index finger and stick it in both sides of the bow. Push up with your fingers from the bottom, down with your thumb from the top, and slide off. Now, that's how easy it is to make a 40 width ribbon 12-inch bow. Okay, now we are going to learn how to fluff our bows. We have a number 9 8-inch bow made, flat, and we have a number 40 12-inch bow flat. We're going to start with the number 9. The tails of the flat bow and the curling ribbon ends, which the customer will tie it onto something with, are always facing away from you. You're going to take the bow and hold it with your left hand. Okay, I'm right-handed, so I'm going to take it with my left hand, and with my right hand, I'm going to pull it out to the right and fluff down across my body, clearing that notch. I'm going to come to the left, clear that notch, and come across my body. Now, to make it even simpler, I'm going to use the clock as a guide of how to pull it out. On the right-hand side, you're coming out to almost a 3 o'clock position and coming down to a 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock position. That's forcing you to cut across your body. On the left, you're coming to a 9 o'clock position and forcing yourself to come over to a 5, 4 o'clock position, again, forcing you to cut across your body. And now you're just going to get the rhythm and go from side to side. When you come to your last loop, you're going to flip it around, grab the bottom, flip it around, and now you're going to form the top of the bow. You're going to do the same thing. Come to the right, come to the left, right, left, and just get the rhythm and just make sure you're clearing that notch and coming across your body. Now, when you get to the last loop, you're going to grab the bow by the tails. Okay, I'm going to say the base of the tails, right underneath the bow. Now you have control of the bow, and you're going to put the strings to the back. and you're just going to what we call tweaking or pre-fluffing the bow to make sure it's round, which we didn't have to do much here, and there's your bow. Now, it's the same process with the number 40 12-inch bow, only it's wider, a little more space for you to work with. Again, the tails are facing away from you. The strings that the consumer or the customer will tie it with is facing away from you also. Again, I'm right-handed, so I'm going to hold it with my left, come down with my right, switch hands, right to left, come down across my body. Same rhythm. Coming to the last loop on the bottom, we're going to flip around and do the top now. Again, tails and strings facing away from you. Since we were using one color in this bow, you can go left to right without any problem. If you were making a three-color bow, let's say it would be red, white, and blue, you would do 3 to the one side, 3 to the other, making sure there's consistency in color throughout the bow. That would be the only difference. Again, when you get to the end of the bow, your final loop, you're going to grab it by the back of the tails, the base of the tails, at the bottom of the base of the bow. Put your strings to the back, that's what you're going to tie it off with. Separate your tails, and just what we call tweaking or pre-fluffing your bow so it's nice and round. And there you have it. It's that simple. We have just shown you how to make a solid color bow, but I want to take this time to show you the different types of bows that can be made with the Master Bow Making System. We have a red velvet, gold metallic Christmas bow. We have a wedding bow, commonly used for pew bows, with navy tulle and white iridescent. We have a 3-color combination baby shower bow. Again, remember the machine can do 1, 2, and 3 rolls at one time. We have a general birthday, happy birthday bow, a print mixed with a solid royal blue. And then we have one of the more elegant bows in our line, which is angel shear, and this one's actually called Elegant Rose with gold wire edge. So as you can see, we can make many types and combinations of bows. It's up to your creativity using 1, 2, or 3 rolls. We have categories in the everyday and also the seasonal. And when we mean everyday, we have bows for sale for birth and baby, general birthday, both juvenile and adult. We have wedding and anniversary bows. From a seasonal standpoint, we have them from Valentine's, St. Patrick's, to fall Halloween, all the way to Christmas and New Year's. With the Qualtex Master Bowmaker System, you can now make bows for every occasion and holiday season. Bridal pew bows is a wedding favorite. Centerpieces using Qualtex coordinates, matching Qualtex balloons with ribbons. Using bows as balloon weights is a birthday favorite. At Christmas time, gorgeous tree topper bows and wreath bows are another favorite. The possibilities are endless. You are only limited by your own creativity.